Hey everybody, it's Dr. Cara Haden. Hey, I am back for our first video just talking about antibiotic use and what we currently do in the industry. So the first video that I just wanted to start with was it's just a really brief overview of how do food animal veterinarians, or how do I really and my colleagues make decisions about what antibiotics we're going to prescribe in a particular given case. So I kind of have three ways or kind of three different steps that I go through on how to make the decision. So my gold standard would be that I have taken samples from that particular case, turned them into a diagnostic lab, and gotten a food animal sensitivity done. And so basically what you can see here is those are the two bacteria that I grew. And then you can see the S is for susceptible, the R is for resistant, the I is for intermediate. And so I have highlighted all of the antibiotics here that would be appropriate in the lab to use against these two bacteria. So you still have to do some interpreting on which product you want to use. You have to kind of know enough about the products to know if they're going to get absorbed systemically, if that's something that stays in the gut, if they would get to the location that you're looking to try to treat. So there's some basic stuff like that, but this is really, really helpful. And it's kind of the gold standard with trying to make decisions on antibiotic use. So if you don't have that, which there can be lots of reasons, maybe it was a weekend that happened, maybe it was kind of a one-off case and it wasn't really worth turning it in, or you had to prescribe an antibiotic before you could get results back. There's lots of reasons why you might not have that. And so that is where this chart is really, really handy. So this is a chart that Iowa State puts out. And so they basically take all the cases that they do susceptibility on in pigs, and they just kind of combine everything and they give you a percentage. So it's a really nice chart. So it's antibiotics along this, and then along the top it's your different bacteria, and then the box just basically tells you, I don't know if you can read that or not, but the very first box tells you that 98% of the Actinobacillus suis cases that they isolated at Iowa State were susceptible to ampicillin. So telling you that ampicillin is probably a really good choice to use if you've got an A suis case. And so this was like my saving grace as a new veterinarian. So I had one of these literally laminated, highlighted, Sharpied stars all over it so that once I had a diagnosis, I could use this in order to prescribe an antibiotic. So those are kind of the two main ways. And then number three is just based off of my clinical knowledge. So I've been a vet for 6 years. I work with a lot of the same clients and have been for a long time. A lot of them I have susceptibility profiles on isolates that they've had in the past. And so I can extrapolate from the experience that I have in the field and the experience from isolates I've sent in to be able to make a really well-informed decision for them. So that's kind of simple, but those are the ways that food animal veterinarians make decisions on what they're using. So it's just an example of us trying to do our part to use antibiotics responsibly. So again, go ahead and subscribe so you can see more videos like this. My next video is going to be talking about antimicrobial resistance. So we'll see you guys sometime next week.